Ciao! Ciao! Crow!
Spring does more than change the landscape. It transforms the lives of every creature that depends on these wetlands. Across the marsh, countless animals begin the search for a partner. Dragonflies dance above the reeds. Frogs fill the air with their calls. Ducks swim together through the quiet water. Everywhere, new life is being prepared. Among them stands a male Little Egret, dressed in his finest breeding feathers. Every movement is deliberate. Every display, a silent invitation. Watching from the reeds, a female studies him carefully. She is not choosing the brightest feathers alone. She is choosing a partner capable of raising the next generation in a world where survival is never guaranteed. Their journey together is about to begin. In the wetlands, no promises are spoken. They are made through patience, trust, and quiet gestures. As spring reaches its peak, the male Little Egret begins a graceful display, revealing not only his finest feathers, but also his strength and determination. Nearby, the female watches every movement with careful attention. Across the marsh, countless other creatures are also preparing for the next generation. Swallows gather mud for their nests. Dragonflies lay their eggs among the reeds. And frogs fill the air with their endless chorus. Life is beginning everywhere at once. When the female finally chooses to stand beside the male, a new family quietly takes shape. Moments later, he lifts a single reed from the water. It is only a small branch, but it marks the beginning of a home. Sign up for Wild's Echoes to see the journeys. A nest is only the beginning. What truly transforms it into a home is the arrival of new life. Hidden among the reeds, the pair welcomes their first egg. A small, pale blue promise resting above the quiet water. From this moment on, every decision they make will revolve around protecting what lies inside. Across the marsh, they are not alone. Ducks prepare hidden broods among the grasses. Swallows line their nests with soft feathers. Kingfishers guard their tunnels beneath the riverbank. Spring has become a season of families. While the female keeps the egg warm, the male begins a different responsibility. Every successful hunt now means another day of safety for the life waiting to hatch. As night settles over the wetland, the first chapter of a new generation has quietly begun. Incubation is measured not in hours, but in patience. For more than 3 weeks, the egg must remain at a stable temperature. The parents take turns with remarkable precision, changing places only when the next guardian is ready. Even the smallest mistake could put the developing chick at risk.
Ciao!
Around them,
Ciao!
the wetland never stands still.
Crow!
Spring rains leave the marsh. Frog eggs become tadpoles. Dragonflies emerge into the air, and countless lives continue their own journeys. Each day, the female gently turns the egg, helping the growing chick develop evenly inside its shell. It is a simple movement, repeated again and again, almost unnoticed. As another night settles over the marsh, the nest appears peaceful. But beneath those warm white feathers, life is quietly preparing for its first breath. 25 days of patience have led to this moment. Hidden inside the fragile shell, a young Little Egret has spent weeks growing in complete darkness. Now, guided only by instinct, it begins the difficult task of entering the world. The first crack is almost invisible.
Ribbit.
A tiny sound, barely louder than the wind through the reeds, tells the parents
Coo.
that their waiting is nearly over. During its first week, the nest is the only world the young little egret knows. Each sunrise reveals something new. A dragonfly hovering overhead, the familiar shape of its parents returning with food, the sound of frogs calling from the reeds below. Every sight and every sound becomes part of its earliest understanding of the wetland. Beyond the nest, life follows its own rhythm. Fish hunt insects at the surface. Frogs wait patiently for passing prey, and spiders weave delicate traps between the reeds. Survival begins long before a bird can fly. By the end of the first week, the chick gathers enough strength to stand, if only for a few moments. It is a small achievement, almost unnoticed by the world around it. But every great journey begins with a single, unsteady step. In just 2 weeks, the young little egret has changed remarkably. Its neck grows stronger, its balance improves, and each day it demands more food than the day before. For its parents, this means longer hours hunting across the marsh. Every fish, every shrimp, and every successful return to the nest helps fuel the rapid growth of their chick. Beneath the surface, the wetland is changing too. Young fish gather in the shallows. Tadpoles continue their transformation, and freshwater shrimp molt as they grow. The same ecosystem that nurtures countless other lives now sustains this young egret as well. Curiosity begins to replace helplessness. Standing at the edge of the nest, the chick looks out across the marsh for the first time. Far above, a flock of little egrets glides across the evening sky. It does not know it yet, but one day it will follow them. Nearly 7 weeks ago, this journey began with a single nest hidden among the reeds. Today, the young little egret no longer depends on its parents for every meal. Each careful hunt, each short flight, and each lesson learned has prepared it for life in the wetlands. The nest that once held an egg now rests quietly behind, its purpose fulfilled. Yet around it, nothing truly ends. Fish still move through the shallows. Dragonflies dance above the water. Frogs call as evening settles across the marsh. In the distance, another pair of little egrets has already begun building a new nest. One family's story is complete, but the story of the wetlands never ends.